Hello everyone, welcome back to What Productions. I never done a video like this before. Since 2023 is still going on, why not talk about my favorite animated movies last year? They have released some pretty good animated movies, but the bad animated movies of 2022 are Fireheart and Marmaduke. Marmaduke is the worst animated movie in history, and it's the worst animated movie of 2022. But I'm gonna be talking about my favorite animated movies of last year. So without that out of the way, let's begin the intro before I get into my favorite animated movies of last year. Cue the intro. Alright guys, the moment you have all been waiting for is here. I am going to get into my favorite animated movies of last year. So let's begin right now. So first, we are going to get into the Netflix Pinocchio movie. Now, when the official trailer came out, if you guys saw my video last year, on October that I did a reaction on the trailer, I was so angry. I thought this movie is gonna, get a low percent Rotten Tomatoes or bomb at the box office. But no! I was wrong! I was completely wrong! This movie did well at the box office. And it got, the Oscar-winning movies of 2023. Right next to Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which I'll be getting to that movie later. But I thought this movie is gonna flop, but no, I was wrong. This movie is a brilliant masterpiece. It really is. It's way better than that 2022 Disney Pinocchio live-action remake. It's way better than that. It's way better than that Pinocchio live-action Disney movie that came out. And it was hated by fans. And I was wrong. This movie did well at the box office. And it got a 90-something% on Rotten Tomatoes. It did well. And it won the Oscar-winning movies of 2023. Right next to Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which I'll be getting into that later. Oh, and Turning Red. Which I'll be getting into those movies later. So, let's get into the next one. Up next is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is honestly one of the best DreamWorks movies ever made in history. I've watched it, and it was brilliant. I also watched it right next to the Pinocchio movie. Not the bad Pinocchio movie, the Netflix one, the good one. Oh.
You've never watched the last...
Sorry guys, that's my sister. I paused the video because of my sister popping into my room. Anyways, let's get back on saying. So Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is honestly one of the best DreamWorks movies ever made in history. And one of the, and it won for the Oscar-winning movies of 2023. And one of my favorite characters is Perito the dog. Perito the dog is honestly one of the cute characters of this movie. And there's actually an emotional scene where Puss is having like a heart attack, and Perito calm Puss down, and that's an emotion. That's a pretty good emotional scene. And there's also a meme. This movie became so good that it has memes, and there's a meme of Puss in Boots saying, "Hey, you want to see something cool?" And it's like a meme that is everywhere. It's on Facebook, it's on TikTok, it's on YouTube, it's everywhere. Yeah, this movie is so good, and please watch this. And please watch this movie. It's a must-see. It is a must-see. Than that horrible Marmaduke movie. The Marmaduke movie is a stay away from, but this movie is a must-see. So let's get into the next one. Up next is The Bad Guys. The Bad Guys is based off of The Bad Guys books and stuff. Honestly, The Bad Guys is an amazing DreamWorks movie. They did that movie before Puss in Boots' Last Wish, and it was a pretty good DreamWorks movie. In 2021 was DreamWorks' worst year ever. They made The Boss Baby Family Business, and they made Spirit Untamed, which both of those movies flopped. They bombed at the box. Both of those movies bombed at the box office. But The Boss Baby Family Business and Spirit Untamed are stay away from movies. But The Bad Guys is a must-see. Yeah, that's right. The Bad Guys is a must-see. And a must-see is you must see this movie all the time. It's worth watching. And all the characters are likable. All of them are likable. Even Mr. Wolf and all the others. So, The Bad Guys is a great movie. Love it. Let's get on to the next movie. Coming up next is Turning Red. Turning Red, unfortunately, Turning Red is supposed to get a theatrical release movie, but it turns out Disney Pixar said that they skipped this movie in the theaters and put it on Disney Plus. Now, guys, I really like this movie. This is before that they made that Lightyear movie, which I'll get into that Lightyear movie later. But this movie is pretty good, and the main character, she turns into a red panda, and it's so cute, and I just love it. And it's also the Oscar-winning animated movies of 2023, so Turning Red, great movie. All the characters are so likable. So let's get on to the next one. Coming up next is Strange World. Strange World is a great movie, even though people say it got like a 71% Rotten Tomatoes, but a lot of fans said that this movie is meh. Some of them said it's boring, but in my opinion, Strange World is an amazing masterpiece. Some people said that Encanto's way better, but I like Strange World and Encanto. They're great movies. So, my favorite character from this movie is the dog. The dog is so cute. I really love the dog. And unfortunately, I didn't saw this movie in theaters because I think it... yeah, guys. Strange World is a great movie, but it's meh. Strange World's meh. It's okay, but let's get on to the next movie. Coming up next is DC League of Super Pets. Honestly, this is one of my number one favorite movies of 2022 because it's about cute, adorable. It's based off of that show called Crypto the Super Dog, and I just loved this movie. I really love that movie. It is adorable. And spoilers, guys, there's actually a scene at the beginning of the movie where Krypto and Superman are babies. And there's actually another scene where Ace is a puppy, but then he gets locked up in a shelter or something because he bit the little girl's arm. When that scene when Ace is a puppy, when he bit the baby's arm, that scene was so emotional, and I just loved it. And during the climax of the movie is whenever Lulu became this giant, huge guinea pig, and they all stopped them. It's just like in the Powerpuff Girls movie when Mojo Jojo transformed into this huge monkey, and Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup stopped Mojo Jojo and turned him back into normal and lose his powers. That is like the exact same climax of the Powerpuff Girls movie, but it's different. That DC League of Super Pets is a good movie. I just love that movie. And it's like the same climax of the Powerpuff Girls movie when the Powerpuff Girls stopped Mojo Jojo. And that kind of reminds me of that climax. That reminds me of it. And yeah, DC League of Super Pets is a good movie. I give that movie a 10 out of 10. It's amazing. Now let's go on to the next one. Up next is the Lightyear movie. Honestly, the Lightyear movie is an amazing movie, and it's a spin-off of the 4 Toy Story films. That's right, this is a spin-off of the Toy Story movies. And this movie is so amazing. It's a spin-off of the character named Buzz Lightyear, aka Woody's best friend. In the first Toy Story movie, Woody doesn't like Buzz, but then they started to get along. Just like in The Secret Life of Pets when Max gets along with Duke, and you know what I mean. So, yeah, guys, this movie is so amazing, even though it got mixed reviews and it bombed at the box office, unfortunately. So, I really like the movie Lightyear. It's an amazing spin-off to the Toy Story movies, and I gave Lightyear an 8 out of 10. And it's an amazing movie. And all the characters are likable, especially Socks, the little cat. So, let's move on to the next movie.